Jessie B. Scrapbooking back with another process video. This one I'm doing these funny pictures of my son, my daughter, and myself. This was after my daughter and I came home from picking her up at college, and we drove several days to get home. And so the next morning, my son was sitting on the couch, and so we sat beside him and snuggled up, and he was giving us funny faces. And finally, I got this nice, good picture here where he's smiling. But yeah, so these are the pictures I'm going to do. I'm going to do some mixed media in the background for Mixed Media Friday, and yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is back the pictures with this dark brown cardstock. And I like that because it kind of just grounds the pictures. And my son's shirt is that like burnt orange color. And I just think that those two colors look really good together. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. This whole process of doing this layout did not take very long at all, maybe about half an hour. So I leave a little bit more in than I normally do, like my cutting of, or the trimming up of the mats and stuff. But yeah, it's a very simple layout, but I end up really liking it, but it takes a little while to get there. It's like I had this idea in my head, and it wasn't coming as fast as I thought it would. I think it was what the products I was using, but I'll explain as we go along. Here I am just trimming up one of the ends. I didn't get it quite square, so I was just making sure that was nice and square there. And this paper in the background, it's a like an off-white cardstock, and that's what I'm going to put my mixed media on. But first I'm looking for a piece of pattern paper that I can use as a strip down the left side. And this paper, it's that same orangey and color, and it says hello all over it with little red hearts. And so I figured that would be perfect because Corey hadn't seen her brother in about 3 months. So she was saying hello, and he was giving her a hard time. They are actually best friends, so it's very nice that my kids get along. So here's the mixed media I'm going to do. Oh, excuse me. And I'm just putting some red watercolor onto this acrylic stamp block, and going to make it peek out through the side of that I'm going to. I probably should have done a little bit further to the left, but I fix that in a little bit. And then I want a little bit to peek out over on the other sides of the pictures. It is difficult to go from a 12 by 12 canvas for our family yearly album, and I'm going down to a 8.5 by 11. And so I think the pictures are a little more crowded, but I wanted all three of these pictures on the same page. So yeah, I'll get used to it. All right, here's where I noticed that I didn't go far enough over to the side. So I'm bringing the stamp block back over and putting a little bit more red on it, just because when I put that stripe down, it covered up all the mixed media. And so I want it to poke out there. Okay. So the pictures, I'm putting them down in the order kind of how they were taken. And they were taken in a matter of a couple seconds. So my daughter is the one that took these. She used the selfie app on, or the selfie camera, and she has long enough arms, so she was able to get it out there. I tried to take it, and yeah, my arms are way too short, and I was cutting off heads and everything else. But I guess you just have to be young to be able to do a good selfie. So sorry about the glare. I really am. Um, with this many pictures on the page, I cannot figure out how to get rid of that glare. Okay, I am putting on a bow. It's just with some ribbon out of my stash. And I seen someone use a bow the other day, and I thought, oh, I haven't used ribbon or a bow in a long time. So I decided to pull that in. And then my idea was to have clusters of little hearts, um, to show the love here. And these first hearts are a puffy heart I got at the Dollar Tree, and they're very sparkly. I got them right around Valentine's Day. And um, so I was thinking, okay, I don't want to use just these because um, I need, more variation. But then I couldn't really decide on what I was going to use, so I pulled in these um, butterflies that also came from the Dollar Tree, and they have silver on them. So went back and grabbed those hearts again and grabbed some of the silver ones out. I was thinking, okay, I can do the silver and red and it would look good. It's too sparkly. I go ahead and leave the silver hearts on it because they're not bad. But you can see here, I'm having a hard time. I'm going to put two down, this one and this one. And they end up getting pulled back off and moved around. And yeah, it's too much sparkle, I think, is what my problem was. Yeah, I did not like the yellow one at all. It just did not fit. So I thought, okay, I'll just leave this blue one here. And it doesn't stay there. So these hearts are another one from the Dollar Tree, and they're the same thing. They're still a very sparkly heart in the foam. And so um I I really like them, and I like how it's just an outline. And yeah, I leave them on there, but I find a way to cut down on a little bit of the sparkle. That love I'm going to use as my title, and again, it's very sparkly. So I'm not exactly happy with it right this second, so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to ignore it. I do like this ribbon, so I'm going to put it and get it all glued down here. And what else am I going to do? I guess I'm still gluing down the ribbon there. Okay, so here is where I thought about my little hexagons that I had cut out for a previous layout, and they're all done in the blues. And so I'm going to move my title, and I am going to tame down some of the sparkle here with having these hexagons as my backing of my clusters. And this works really well. So I'm going to do 3 to 4 hexagons in each cluster, and this helps a lot. It just grounds everything. Before it was just kind of like floating, and it felt like it was overpowering the page. So I'm moving the hearts so they go over top, so that's why you'll see them stick to my fingers and everything as I'm working. And I'm trying to make sure I have light and dark hexagons in each cluster, tucking them underneath, and yeah. Sorry about my head. So this will be the last spot I'm going to put the blue in, and I really like having the blue in it because my daughter's wearing a blue shirt, and I think it's a blue blanket actually on the sofa behind me. And so it's kind of just, it doesn't look out of place with the pictures. So I'll get those stuck down there. And now I'm trying to decide where I want the title. I thought really hard about putting it over top of that heart because it did look good, but they're both so puffy that I thought it would be a little bit too much. So I'm just going to put it up here and then move these because I didn't need that much red sparkle in one spot. And as I'm putting the hexagons away, I remembered I have a little container of stamped and hearts. There's other hearts in there, just kind of miscellaneous hearts. And so I grab it, but I grab these stamped ones and I fussy cut them out, and I'm going to stick them. So it gives me a different texture, a different color, and I'm going to put 4 of them on the page, 2 in one cluster and 1 in each of the other clusters. And that's starting to fill out that those clusters like I was originally thinking. And so I put those down, cut off this little extra here, and I still want more. So I bring in the butterfly again, thinking, okay, I got, it's tamed down. This will work now. So I put it on there, and I'm going to leave it there for quite a little bit, and I'm even going to give it a little butterfly trail. And this is my puffy paint from Walmart. I use it like you would Nouveau drops. So I'm just putting them all down. And then I say I'm done after I look at it. And I lie. And I end up walking away from it and then coming back and not liking the butterfly. So I changed it out for these little black and white ones. And then I finished my title. So it says, Love You. And then I just drew a couple little hearts with my white gel pen. And and then put the date on. And so now I say it's done. And I like how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. If you already are a subscriber, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow or sometime. Bye.